Good evening. I would like to call the April 9th, 2018 Bellbrook City Council meeting to order. Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Mr. Edwards?
Here.
Mr. Greenwood?
Here.
Mr. McGill?
Here.
Mrs. Middlestetter?
Here.
Mrs. Seeger Lawson?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Schweller is absent tonight. Mayor Baird?
Here. May I have a motion to excuse Mr. Schweller from this meeting this
I would
evening?
like to move to excuse Mr. Schweller.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Motion by Mrs. Seeger Lawson to excuse Mr. Schweller, seconded by Mr. McGill. Mrs. Seeger Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. McGill?
Yes.
Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Greenwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Middlestetter?
Yes.
Mayor Baird?
Yes. Formal approval of City Council regular meeting minutes of March 12, 2018. Does any member on council have any corrections or additions to the regular City Council meeting minutes of our last meeting?
None, Mayor.
Seeing none, there's approved as written. They are approved as written. Special guests and mayor's announcements, I have none, but I would like to welcome our new city manager, Melissa Dodds. Melissa, as I think most of us have known, is coming from Yellow Springs, where she was the assistant city manager and a past finance director. So this is her first night at a council meeting. So hopefully we'll all take it easy on her. Today is literally her first day. So thank you very much and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Public hearings this evening, none. Introduction of ordinances, none. Resolutions, we have two resolutions this evening. Resolution 2018-P. Mr. Greenwood.
Thank you, Mayor. City of Bellbrook Resolution Number 2018-P. A resolution declaring specific equipment no longer needed by the City of Bellbrook as surplus property and authorizing the city manager to dispose of said surplus property. Whereas the City of Bellbrook desires to maintain adequate equipment to be used by its personnel, and whereas equipment no longer needed for use by city personnel may be declared as surplus property per Chapter 230 of the Bellbrook Municipal Code. Now therefore, the City of Bellbrook hereby resolves. Section 1, that the following equipment is hereby declared as surplus property. It's a 2013 Dodge Charger, VIN 2C3 CDX AG 6DH6 11565, and a 2013 Dodge Charger VIN 2C3 CDX AG 4DH6 11564. The city manager is hereby authorized and directed to dispose of said property in accordance with Chapter 230 of the Bellbrook Municipal Code. Section 3, that this resolution shall take effect and be enforced forthwith. And I think it's being replaced by our two Ford
Explorers.
Explorers.
That is correct. So the two cars, we will, once this resolution is adopted, we'll put them on Gov Deals, and we've gotten pretty good prices here lately.
Yeah.
You have anything else you'd like to add?
No, so just, well, I guess, yeah, to add that anything over $2,500 is required to go out for a formal or internet sale, so Gov Deals is the way that we do it.
And we've done this a number of times. Any questions on council?
No, Mayor.
If not, may I have a motion to adopt resolution 2018-P?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 2018-P.
May I have a second?
Seconded.
And roll call.
Motion by Mr. Greenwood to adopt Resolution 2018-P, a resolution declaring specific equipment no longer needed by the City of Bellbrook as surplus property and authorizing the city manager to dispose of said surplus property. Seconded by Mr. McGill. Mr. Greenwood?
Yes.
Mr. McGill?
Yes.
Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
Mrs. Middlestetter?
Yes.
Mrs. Seeger Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Baird?
Yes, we have one more resolution this evening, resolution 2018-Q. Mrs. Seeger Lawson?
Resolution number 2018-Q, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign an agreement with Greene County Engineers Office for the collective paving program for 2018. Whereas the City of Bellbrook desires to participate with the Greene County Engineer in the competitive bid contract for the collective paving program for 2018, as bid by Greene County Engineer, and whereas the Greene County Engineer has included the City of Bellbrook's annual street program in their 2018 collective paving bid, and whereas the bid amount for the City of Bellbrook is $134,407.96 for the following streets: Bradley Court, Hillrise Circle, Little Sugar Creek Road, Mission Lane, Rosecrest Drive, Sheffield Court, Sheffield Drive, and Tampico Trail. Now therefore, the City of Bellbrook hereby resolves, Section 1, that the city manager is hereby authorized to sign the attached agreement with the Greene County Engineers Office. Section 2, that this resolution shall take effect and be enforced forthwith. This is our regular annual street paving program.
Correct. It's our annual street paving program. We want to get this off to an early start because we're hoping to get Little Sugar Creek and the city of South moved up early this year because of the issues we have had with Little Sugar Creek, and hopefully we can make those repairs. Those repairs will be made just on the side where the excavation has taken place, but we're hoping to have that gravel no longer be gravel. Mr. Dodds, anything else?
I will get the schedule from the county, and I will keep everybody updated as to when these pavings will occur.
Any other questions on council?
On Sheffield Court, Sheffield Drive itself, that would be the whole street. Is that not correct?
I'm not going to say because I don't know for sure.
Okay.
We can get a hold of Dale, give Dale a call and ask him.
Yeah, because we did that emergency repair last summer to the pavement down there, and just want to make sure that we've got the whole area covered there.
Yeah, I do not know that.
Okay.
Any other questions? Oh,
You're talking about Little Sugar Creek. Is that kind of substantial now to a point where may have a
Dale's
little-
plan at this point is that we will make repairs, we will pave over it. This is somewhat a common occurrence, but this was compared to some of the other ones, this is a lot worse. So they are looking at plans to figure out a fix for it, but that fix is obviously going to be very complicated. We did have the Greene County engineers come out and take a look also, and they are, did you say they're working on a contract now
Yes.
to evaluate the best way to approach it? It'll have to be Ohio Public Works money or the old issue 2 money, and we'll have to go through that grant process because no matter what the fix is going to be, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
So we'll have to, and normally, once we do make the repairs, it has been pretty solid for a pretty long time. But with the amount of rain we had and some of the other stuff, who knows? So,
I know
and so they keep a very, very close eye on it.
Okay.
So one of the things they have determined, they will be fixing the guardrail, but not sure when and how they're going to actually pull the guardrail back up when you drive by. But hopefully, once we get it paved, they'll have a better grasp on how they're going to fix that.
This last rain was probably,
Yeah,
Tough one.
actually, they didn't have anything collapse that I'm aware of, and it's actually probably good from the aspect that it'll compact the gravel because they didn't. It depends. There's certain levels, how many inches and compaction.
Yeah.
So this will help it hold it all together, and it should compress a little better. So as long as it stays there, it's probably good that it did rain. They put more on top of it, and then they'll come in, grade off the top on that side, and then put the paving on it.
okay.
With no further questions, may I have a motion to adopt resolution 2018-Q?
I move that we adopt resolution number 2018-Q.
May I have a second?
I'll second it.
And roll call.
Motion by Mrs. Seeger Lawson to adopt Resolution 2018-Q, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign an agreement with the Greene County Engineers Office for the collective paving program for 2018, seconded by Mrs. Middlestetter. Mrs. Seeger Lawson?
Yes.
Mrs. Middlestetter?
Yes.
Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Greenwood?
Yes.
Mr. McGill?
Yes.
Mayor Baird?
Yes. Moving on, city manager's report, the very, very, very first one.
Yes. So I'll keep it brief because it was my first day today. So I will say that I have had the opportunity to meet a lot of the staff, and everybody's been really great. So I'm starting to get my bearings about me. So the next council meeting, I'm sure that I'll have a much more robust manager's report. But it's been good so far, so it's been a good day.
Thank you. Any questions for our city manager this evening on her first day?
We'll let her off.
Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work. Committee reports, service,
No report tonight.
safety,
No report, Mayor.
finance audit's not here, community affairs,
Several things, actually. Y'all are aware that Sugar Maple Festival is coming up the last weekend of the month. All of the former kings and queens have been invited back because this is a anniversary year, 40 years in the making. So it should be a fun time to see old friends and reminisce. And I also wanted to remind people that the Historical Museum is still closed. It has been undergoing some major repair work and some remodeling in the office area. An entire floor had to be ripped out and new support put in, and then the floor replaced. But all the uneven floors are now even, so we don't have tripping hazards. And we are planning to have it open by Sugar Maple. It's going to be a stretch, but I think we'll have it ready for them. So it's looking really nice.
Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
Moving on, old business. Is there any old business to come before council this evening? I don't think we have any. Any new business?
I think this is new business. We haven't ever talked about it before, but I attended the Greene County Regional Planning meeting. It is the last Tuesday, I believe, of the month, so it must have been at the end of March. There's a developer that's trying to develop a plot of land that is at the corner of Wilmington and Wilmington. There's been a lot of controversy about that. They were wanting to, right now that's zoned as, I'm not sure what the zoning code exactly is, but it says you have to have 5-acre lots in there. And the developer's asking to have it rezoned so that they can make smaller lots, and they want to put like 150 homes in there. And there are a lot of people that are very upset about that because that's right there, if you're familiar at all, but Wilmington makes the big curve right by the Sugar Creek Reserve, and then there's a three-way stop sign, and then you turn right and it continues on south. It's right there at that corner.
Where the church is at.
Where the church is at,
Yeah.
So all the folks that are living in that area are concerned about that. Greene County Regional Planning actually turned it down and said we weren't supporting the plan. And so now it gets kicked back to Sugar Creek to deal with that. There is a meeting coming up. I'm sorry, I forgot to look up the date.
I think it's the 24th. It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah.
At the middle school.
It's at the middle school.
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested, I know that affects not only the people that are in Sugar Creek, but also the people in Bellbrook that are driving through there.
Yeah. Well, one of the big things that I know about it from the thoroughfare plan is over 10 years old and was to make a slow, easy S curve out of that double 90-degree
Yes.
turns there. And this plan that the developer doesn't want to follow that, and that's another issue.
Right. Actually, the Greene County Regional Planning had a update to the thoroughfare plan that we just looked at. There was a meeting that was in Sugar Creek Township. I was at that meeting. Several members of Sugar Creek Township were there also. It was for the region, so it was Bellbrook, Sugar Creek, and others. And we looked at that specific intersection and said, we still would like to make this more curved so that it's not a hard stop and a hard turn. There was discussion at the Greene County Regional Planning meeting that people wanted people to go 55 through there, and that's not true at all. We would like for it to be continuous flow of traffic that would go from north to south, and that's what we discussed during the thoroughfare plan. So there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I just thought I would bring it up so that if people were interested in it, they could attend the meeting.
Yeah.
Yep. I know that will be a big meeting, and it is at the middle school,
At the middle
correct?
school.
Yeah. Anything else? Open discussion. Nick?
Nothing, just to welcome Melissa to her new position at Bellbrook.
Thank you.
Mr. Greenwood?
Same thing, welcome Melissa. Sure, the day was pretty busy, so glad to have you.
Thank you.
Lost for words tonight, nothing.
Okay. Elaine?
Just welcome, Melissa, and we're looking forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Same.
Only thing I have is we did send out our newsletter, so hopefully people will get a chance to read the newsletter. As usual, Don does a good job putting that together. And it's always, most people know that we send our newsletters around the Sugar Maple, Lions Club, and end of year / Christmas. So has a lot of information, so hopefully everyone got it and they'll take a look at it. That is all I have this meeting, at this time. This is open discussion. If anyone would like to come up, you need to come up and say your name, address, and you have 5 minutes. Nope. Louis, we got another day before? Oh, come on. Sugar Maple Fest, full driving and parking. Even though
And
it's,
motorcycle
Motorcycle.
riding.
you are going to have another meeting though, Louis.
Yeah, well, but you can't start with the information too soon when it gets to this time of year. I'm Louis Schatzberg, I live at 4082 Ridgetop Drive. And just a reminder for Sugar Maple, that'll be coming up here at the end of the month, that to park up at the intermediate school, we have 2 vans that'll shuttle back and forth downtown. How long will it take? It takes us about 5 to 7 minutes to get down, unload, reload, and go back up again. And try to keep the vans in motion the best I can. I can't control if 10 people decide to come out at one time. I can't control that, but we move them. We keep them moving as best as we can. And so, and then the other thing is I know that May is Motorcycle Awareness Month, and want to make everybody aware of the motorcycles out there this time of year. I've been out twice already. Rode yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'd take them down to Hamilton to get them worked on. I have a mechanic down there that works on them. So I have to take them down when I can get them down there and get them back. So it's going to be a good year for them because I happen to come upon the newer motorcycle now. I was riding a Goldwing 1500, which was a 96. I've upgraded to a 2004 1800, which is a nicer bike. So I'm looking forward for the spring weather and warmer weather. And welcome, Melissa, and
Thank you.
we'll do the best that we can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Louis.
Can I change my mind?
Absolutely. Name, address, and
My name's Kim McCarthy. I'm at 2525 Stewart Road in Sugar Creek. And I'm just here because I'm running for state rep in this district, District 73. And as part of this, I'm trying to go around to the different cities to see what's happening. I saw you last week at Yellow Springs. I was there. I was like, this is strange.
Change affiliation.
But yeah, so I'm a regular attendant at the Greene County Commission meetings. Wendy Dyer over there is as well. So we know a little bit of what's going on, but it's nice to come to the smaller ones. Nice to see videos and open times. The commission actually is not very receptive to public input, so it's good to see the smaller cities doing that. So that's it.
well, thank you very much and good
You're
luck.
welcome.
Well, since I'm here, I will introduce myself. My name is Wendy Dyer. I live at 3813 Callaway Court in Bellbrook. And I've lived here about 2 years, and I've just never made it to a meeting. And I just thought I should come and see what's going on in Bellbrook because, you know, it's part of being active in your community is knowing what's going on. And so.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
And, well, it's the good and bad part is you came to a meeting that it will probably be about 20 minutes long. But,
Our kids will appreciate it.
yeah. But on the other side, there is no legislation or any big controversy this evening. So, but thank you both for coming tonight. Council, does any member on council have for any further business to come before us this evening?
The only thing I would recommend for the participants out in the audience there is the fact that, you know, on May the 8th up here, the general election, we have the fire levy that's there. And I noticed that in our community bulletin, right on the front page, there's information concerning, you know, how the fire levy will benefit the city, and it really is needed. One thing that I glossed over the last time we talked about it was the fact that we have not asked for money for the fire levy since I believe it's 2009, if I'm not mistaken. And many of you may or may not know that we don't have a city income tax here, so we have to rely on levies and other means of funding important things like that fire service levy, and it is really important to us. So I urge you to get informed about it, look at the item that's there on the publication. And then if you have any questions, get in touch with the city, or you can call any one of us on council.
And also, there's information on the website that goes into the levy and gives details and all the millages. and any kind of
Thank you
questions
for
you may
bringing it
have.
up.
So,
Yes, thank you.
so, thank you for bringing that up. That's a
You're welcome.
very good point. Does any other member on council have anything to come before us this evening? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.